are not negative aspects. Trees, forests, plants, the world, nature, these are not negative things. Perceive them as positive things. So the way we teach to perceive is important for them to learn to look after. And when we engage that with them, then we will gain beneficial knowledge from them, as we will also give off beneficial knowledge to them. So we'll be able to perceive ourselves the benefits of that oxygen that we so direly need to survive these days. I'm going to pause there because I'm a little bit out of breath, but thank you so much to everybody for the time that they've given to give this conference today, and for teaching and for letting us learn from each other. So thank you so much. I thank you, my sister Armina, for the opportunity as well. Sorry again that there's no video for today.
Thank you so much. Great speech, like always. I'm proud of you, extraordinary. And even you not feel good, you are not good today, you are with us, and it's so, so important. Great, this means a real leader. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear Mia, thank you. Now I want to invite another great leader, Patricia Gonde. She's from Zimbabwe. She's head of academics, author, ambassador, country director, IAU Zimbabwe, and chair for different organizations. Welcome, dear Patricia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all esteemed guests that are here today, and to all viewers across the globe. I'm honored to be speaking to you on this important day, the International Day of Forest. And I would just like to add a few. I know that so many speakers spoke about the importance of having forests in our countries, in our communities. Yes, forests are important in our life. There are so many things that we use them for. Think of now we are smiling. Some of us have been sick. We took some medicine. Do we know where the medicine is coming from? We are living in houses. Do we know how those houses were built? There are so many things that our forest contributes. Think of the shelter. It is a form of shelter for many things, for animals, for people. And then the oxygen wise, we know that to have clean oxygen is because of the of deforestation taking place. Why? Because people want to use it for firewood, want to use it for building trees. But do we ever think who has been affected by cutting down those trees? It's not only us human beings. Think of the animals that live in the forest as well. They use the forest for so many purposes. It is a type of a shelter, it is a shade. What are we doing when we cut down trees? Are we planting trees again? So I would like just to urge us all here today that even in our education curriculum, that are we imparting skills to our children, that whenever you cut down a tree, plant 1 or 2 more trees, so that by the time it grows that time, you'll be able also, it will be very beneficial to the whole community. I know here at the school that I am, we plant trees each and every, by the time our children leave the school. For example, our grade 7s this year, we have got about 60 grade 7 children. In December, they plant trees. Everyone, before leaving the school, they have to plant a tree, and then they write their name. Think when they come back 5 or 10 years later, they'll see how their tree has grown. We are imparting skills, and they also have to appreciate the importance of trees in our everyday lives. Also, we are imparting skills that they have to know that we are also teaching them that climate change, taking care of our climate, pollution. We are teaching them about just the beautification of trees. And then behind our school, there's a bed park. Our children take care of that bed park, because what used to happen now, people were now cutting down trees. But because now they've seen children going there, they made some bed feeders, they go and feed the birds that live on trees. Just think of those small little things that you can do to beautify the environment, and also make sure that it is a very beneficial act. So besides our grade 7s who live for high school planting trees, we also go into the community as a school from ECD up to grade 7 each and every time. Sometimes we go there for, yes, for cleaning up, but we also plant trees in the community. And what are we doing? It's an awareness campaign even to people outside the Jura wall of the school, to know that trees are very important in our lives. Without trees, where would we be? Will we be getting clean air, especially in our environments that we are? I also make sure that I also plant trees. Let me just share. Let's hope I will see the picture. Last year, I was also involved in planting of trees at my house. If you come to my house, I plant trees as well, like you are seeing. That was last year. So this year, I am going to plant another tree. So I am teaching my children, even in my community as well, they should learn that trees are very important. And by the way, also, we know that 1/3 of the Earth's landmass are trees and forests. Think of a place where there are no forests. In the rural area that I come from, the next rural, they do not have any trees because they are cutting it for firewood. Now, what are they using for the firewood? They are now using cow dung because all the trees are grown. So let's go out there and raise awareness on the importance of trees. They are very vital for us. So I don't have anything much to say, but to say, let's teach our children to plant trees, even in our education system. Topics in the classroom, take them out there. I know that each year we go out to Nyanga here in Zimbabwe. If you Google Nyanga, you'll see that it has got so many tree plantations. We also go to teach our children the importance of trees. Our books come from that area. Our books come from the trees that are cut and they are processed. So they see the importance. They also go to learn about fire breaks, that if there's fire, what do you do? How do we protect our forests? Forests are important for us human beings and also for animals. Thank you so much, IIU, for giving me this opportunity to be sharing with you on this important day on Earth, on Forest Day. Over to you.
Thank you, my dear Patricia. Excellent, excellent. And your plants are outstanding. Your little trees, excellent. Thank you so much.
All right.
Always strong, always with your smile on your face. Thank you so much. Now I want to announce another great leader from Poland. He is Mariusz Wozinski, author, co-author of many international projects for both teachers and students, many students socially excluded due to their disabilities. Here in cooperation with our psychologist, Sylvia Lejska, a trainer of many different therapeutic techniques. Best Work Class Director of the Year 2022 as a part of the Global Excellence Awards with the theme the Oscars of Professionals 2022. Winner of the Best Global Educator Award 2022. Welcome, dear Mariusz.
Hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for everyone. Yeah, I have so many certificates, I don't know. Really, I'm biology teacher, I'm science teacher, and I can talk about forest many hours, but I don't have so many times. And I try to speak shortly about forest, and I want to tell you about forest in Poland because we have special times for this with first day of summer, and we celebrate it in Poland too. And now let's start it. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, I will say that's my short presentation. Try to do shortly. How the forest grows and how they live in our community. Yeah, just a moment. Okay, and who helps them? Who helps grows these trees? And the forest, how you know, has been going on a million years, but trees in it, like a man, are born, grow up, mature, grow old, and die. However, it's many years will pass before a tiny seed grows into a mature tree. We need to have a many trees because we need to have, for example, oxygen. Most of the forest in Poland, over 7.3 million hectares, managed by State Forest National Forest Holding, and are under Karol's Professional Forest. And in Poland, we have covered 30% of the area. And we have many trees, we have many forests, but we have 24 national parks in Poland too. And shortly here out 2, maybe 3 years old tree and goes to the forest. And we are planted in place created after cutting down to the old forest on agricultural land, where we want the forest to be created. After planting the trees, a crop is created. Trees are planted in large numbers and, depending on the special, from 1,000 to 3,000 places. Old growth trees often reach diameters of meter than 50 centimeters, and the stand, which has already excited the best age for a generation and use. And as the years go, with the stand in approaching the natural end of its existence in the space between old trees, if you are lucky enough to beat the competition. How you see, this is one of the old forests in Poland. We don't see them often, and the daily basis are presented in our forest. Some of them are protected as particularly in the form of reserves. And how many trees we have in Poland? How many trees we have on the time? On the first year, we have 15,000 trees. After 5 years, and after 20 years, we have 5,000 trees. After 50 years, we have just 2,000. But after 100 years, we have just 400. How it feels, it's not very important for many of people, but for us, for biology teachers, for our students, for our people, it's very important. The Polish state forest plants 500 million trees every year. That's almost 1,000 trees per minute. How many trees in your country was planted? How many trees you have in your country too? Okay, thank you very much. It's everything I think I can. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Marius. Excellent presentation, and indeed, you deserve all these awards. You deserve. You are a great teacher. Great teacher. And
I hope so.
great leader from Poland. Thank you so much, Marius. Thank you because you was there with us. Thank you. Now I want to invite another great leader from USA. She is Sanjita Todmal, PhD in environment, doing work for to make a green world, and she do this with so much involvement. Welcome, dear Sanjita. I think she was disconnected. Something's happened. Yes. Let's call next speaker. She is from Turkey. She is a great teacher and she's my friend, Nebat Kanrili, and she's country level IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council. Welcome, Nebat.
Yes, greetings from Turkey. Yes, I am very happy to participate in this conference because today is my birthday. A very good celebration for me. I'm very proud to be part of this community. Sorry for coming late because I have an in-service training at school and I am a little bit hurry, but I am very happy to be with you. Now I want to share a PowerPoint with you. Can I have? Sorry, let me just a few minutes. Yes. I am a little bit, I think, luckier because the region I am living on the north coast of Turkey, on the Black Sea part, and we are a little bit luckier than the other parts because there are huge forests in my region, and I'm happy to live in that region. Yes, have you ever spent the whole day inside sitting in school or work feeling exhausted? But when we walk outside into the sun and fresh air, you instantly feel better. There is an actually scientific term for this feeling. Have you ever heard about biophilia? Yes, I have heard it 2 years ago. It's a word for humans' innate draw to their natural environment. However, nature and forests in particular do much more for human health than just improve our mood. Here are 5 ways that forests can positively impact human health. The first one is spending time outside improves mental health. As we all know, during the pandemic, we were all stuck at home. And after the pandemic, in my region, we prefer spending time in forests. There is a scientific evidence that shows that exposure to forests can actually reduce human stress levels, help us recover from attentional fatigue, and generally improve overall mood. Spending time in green spaces have also been thought to mitigate the effects of attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder. When I feel depressed, I escape to forest and make myself calm. There is something wrong with my, yes. Forests provide oxygen for our lungs, as we all know from our biology classes. There is this one is no-brainer, but I can't write about positive impacts of forests without mentioning it. Trees provides us with the oxygen we breathe. When they make glucose from sunlight, trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen as a byproduct. While phytoplankton in the ocean take the top slot for #1 oxygen producer on Earth, trees are a close second place. And the last the next one is forests purify and provide clean water for our communities. This is the big challenge, I think, for the trees. These landscapes catch copious amounts of sun runoff and allow it to infiltrate back into the groundwater. This feature of forests also helps to mitigate the impacts of flooding. The complex root system of the trees holds the soil in place, keeping excessive amounts of sediment from polluting our water. And one more, benefits, trees help mitigate the effects of climate change, that all we care about it. As was briefly mentioned before, forests produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that gets trapped in our atmosphere and compounds the warming of our planet, and forests can help combat that process. By absorbing the gas during photosynthesis and storing it in their wood, leaves and soil, trees keep more carbon dioxide from ending up in the atmosphere where it traps heat. In addition to just carbon dioxide, trees also absorb other airborne pollutants like sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide. Yes, as I am a teacher, I care about planting trees, especially for the combat for climate change. Last year, we attended Let's Plant All Over the World project in IIU, and we started to plant trees in our school garden, and I want to share them with you. Sorry, just a few minutes. One more. Let me. Yes, these are the photos that I want to share with you. Sorry, one more. I'm very sorry for this. Yes, here is it. It is. Yeah, last year we launched the project. Yes. Sorry, there is something wrong with my connection. Yes, we launched a project with my students, and be aware of your impact to the region, first in our school and then in our region. And we planted, can you see? Yes, for the sustainable development goals, for the scope of sustainable development goals, especially on climate action projects. And we planted 50 trees in our schoolyard. And I think there is, can you see my screen? Yes, these are my happy students. And annually, tomorrow we will again start this campaign and again plant trees in our school garden. These are our teachers. We all participated together in the, yes, to planting trees project. Yes, yes, there are now, we have 50 trees in our school garden, and we are planning to increase the number. This year we want to add 50 trees again. We want to plant it, yes, and they will be our students. Yes, trees. Yes, I think these are okay. Yes, as teachers, as a teacher, as an ELT teacher, I want to support my students, especially for climate action and fight against deforestation. And I'm trying to participate lots of projects about environment, and I hope in 10 years time, we will have a forest in our school garden. Thank you for listening to me. Yes, I'm a little bit again panicked. Yes, thank you for everything.
Super, my dear Nebat, super, super, great. And again, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All you
Thank
do,
you.
it's wonderful. And
Thank you.
it's so important that even is your birthday, you are here. We celebrate
Yes.
today.
Yes, last year I was in my birthday. We planted trees, and one of
Exactly.
the tree is my tree. My students gave my name to that tree. Day by day, it's growing as I am. Thank you
are
for
great.
everything. If anyone wants to participate or launch a project, we can have for environment projects. I want to collaborate with my students too. This is my message for the next projects. Thank you
Super.
for listening, yes, to me. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear Nebat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Before to call back Sanjita, I want to introduce you Confidence Ashday from Ghana. He's graduate with BSc Accounting and Certified Business and Life Coach. Welcome, Confidence. Happy to have you with us today.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Can I be heard? Can I go ahead?
Sure.
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity for me to be here. I love the topic and I think it's something good that will be needed here. Okay, so talking about the forest and its impact, I think it's a great thing that we all need to embrace, and it's a great topic. And I applaud IIU and its organizers for this intervention. So the word forest itself, we need to understand, is just simply, I make a meaning from it by myself, saying that forest means for onward resting. So if you are able to get a forest around you, that means there is a resting place for you in the future. So simply for F stands for, then the O is onward, then the rest which is there is resting. So for onward resting, if you don't have anything at all. So what we needed to do is to be able to preserve our forest, okay? We need to preserve our forest. And how then can you preserve the forest? First and foremost is to be able to plant a tree. As the saying goes, the last day that the last tree will die, there it means that's the day that the last man will die. We have a lot of things that are supposed to be gotten from the forest, which probably means that man depends on trees or things that are in the environment. So there is a need for us to always take into consideration if we want to preserve the life of humans, then there is a need for us to also preserve our forest. Now here in Ghana, we are fortunate to be able to get a lot of vegetations around us. So we were able to get different kind of species which we use for our herbal medicines, which we use for resting place, we use it for decorative purposes and among others. But other countries, they need to import to be able to get all those things done. So it's becoming an alarming issue here in Ghana where we see a lot of citizens cutting down trees just to be able to put up a building or a house for themselves. So looking at the hot situation or the climate change in the area now, a lot are now calling for planting of trees periodically within the country. So with this, it becomes a norm that every first week in the country, there is a need for us to engage into tree planting, which is now becoming a national issue in the country. So bringing up this as part of your, effort to be able to contribute to the afforestation in the world, I think is something good to be applauded for. And I'm happy to be part of it. And the little that I have with each and every one is that let us not wait for the last tree to die, for which we know eventually last man will die. But in our little way, we should be able to get something done by ourselves by planting a tree within our vicinity. And with that, it means we are giving life to ourselves. Thank you for the opportunity. This is the little that I have for you today. My name is Confidence Ajay. Thank you, IIU, for the opportunity. Bye.
Thank you so much, Confidence Ajay. I am so happy to see such a great young like you, a role model for your generation. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful message from a young like you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I want to call Sanjita Todma. She is PhD in environment, doing work to make a green world, and she do great this. And she is also a researcher. Welcome, my dear Sanjita from USA.
Thanks, Irima. I was waiting for when I meet to you all green people. So everybody have like a sleeping time, or somebody have a work time. I am the very last person, so I don't want to boring you. I want to not repeat my points. Just I want to tell some important things. My name is Dr. Sangeeta Todmal, and I am in Kentucky. It's near to Smoky Mountains area in America. It's a very famous place, Smoky Mountains. There is a lot of forest. My backside of a house is a lot of forest. Front side is a lot of forest. So I love the forest. I want to tell few things regarding the forest. One more important thing. Don't cut the forest, just save the forest. Just we are saving, but we are only saving, but we are using more forest use, forest materials use. Forest give you lot of things, but we are lot of greedy people. We are spending lot of things from coming from the forest, like a paper. We are using more papers. In America, people are using a lot of more papers, like for toilet papers, for tissue papers, to wipe papers, to have for the hand wipe. So that paper is coming from forest, and that's why lot of cutting the forest. So if we use the cotton cloth to wipe our hand, to clean clean everything, to use our like a cloth material, it is good and it is reusable. We can wash it. So that's the good thing. And I want to tell one more another things. Actually, best example of the how to love the forest. I want to tell the name of Thoreau, scientist. He at the end of his life, he lived in a forest, and his life is attached with the forest. Near my state, there is a Walden forest. This the place name is Walden. There is some pound, and he live near the pound. So human beings have very less needs, but because of greeds, he have a lot of he want lot of things and things. So that's why forest automatically deforesting, forest automatically cut for the need of human beings, like like house, like a lot of things. Human beings making different things from the forest. Other one things I want to tell you, like uh, forest give you us a food as well as lot of wealth, but lot of health also giving. In COVID time, we get lot of oxygen, but that oxygen, we spend lot of money for that oxygen. So we realize what is the price of forest. We are spending money for the uh, oxygen in when we are going to the hospital. So I am suggesting you, instead of hospital, you can spend your time to love the tree, to love the forest, to love the nature. And we are all loving person to the nature. So I am saying today is the very beautiful day and very green day. We love the forest. God created us for love the nature. So we are the creation of God. So really, I am thankful to you all, and really thankful to Erima giving to chance to say a few words. Uh, really thankful. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, my dear Sanjita. Who cannot love you? You have your smile on your face and you talk about green, a green world, a green environment. Thank you. Thank you. Really a pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Now I want to invite another young boy, academic qualification in English literature, in political science, in history, in sociology. He have research paper accepted in Howard University in USA. Welcome, Arjun Singh. And he's a new member in Let's Plant Around the World and Life Forest. Welcome.
Hello. Yes, greeting to all. Myself, Arjun Beniwal. And first of all, thank you to all and IIU, Piyush Pandit sir, and to our fellow beings, and represent to all. As well as I know that my consider on about environment. We saw in past during lockdown, we lackness of oxygen because environment is very rough that time. So my short speech on environment. I am going to present a short speech on environment. Our environment is consists of all living beings as well as their surrounding. A healthy environment is one that is sustainable for a long period of time. It is the sources of life for everyone because I think that environment is the parts of our life, and we all together and collection of trees. And I want to know that about me that I have 500 trees plantation only solo, and determination the proper growth and development of plantation, that because the plantation good or bad quality of life is depending on the quality of natural environment. Our need for food, as we know that our need for food, water, shelter, and other things. And we saw in environment education that many hotspot in the world. We need hotspot. So our environment is not a sustainable condition in this time, because we try to all many plantation, many trees, and there must be a balanced natural cycle that exists between the environment and its lives and human beings, plants and animal. So we can to try to better plantation in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Arjun. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure also to see such a beautiful mind of a young who work for a better world. Thank you for a great
Okay, welcome.
collaboration in future. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arjun. Proud of you. Proud of you. Now I want to invite our co-founder of Europe, Professor Dr. Nada Ratkovic, a great member of Team IIU. Welcome, dear Nada.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Mina. Greetings from Croatia to all. First, I want to thank you for this invitation, and I want to say happy International Forest Day to all. And not only Forest Day, today is a World Poetry Day. So we know that so many poets were inspired by forests. And we know that till the history, they were fighting to save them. So we are talking about the forest, and this celebration is a special celebration. If we say that at IIU we have a great new project, where our Sir Piyush at the E-Village is really making a big plantation of the forest. And if we talk about the forests in India, we know that India is almost on the 10th place in the world. If we look according to the Europe is one of the continent where we have the biggest number of forests, especially in Finland, Sweden, and we know Russia. So, and our great friend from Turkey said in Turkey. So we need to take care about that. We know that we are creating awareness all over the world about the importance of the forest. We know that in every culture, every country, all are speaking for this, for the humanity. And this topic is today, I can say that on this world, 2 billion people are providing from the forest the goods, all services, employment, the income, and directly or indirectly, the forests are very important for our health. Today, I need to share with you today. I go out. I go out because we have a big garden. We have a big garden with so many trees. Today, we didn't plant no tree because we have some I can say meetings for the vocational professors, and we have also the big global money week, but we moved that also a few days, but we will make that because we do that every year. If we are talking about this forest, we know that we have a big hypothesis called biodiversity hypothesis. What it means? It means that we that needs to reduce the contact with the natural environment and biodiversity. And it means that it is coming like a circle. We see our great presentation for our great Kimaro from Tanzania. He showed us. So this is really happening. This is really happening, and really important. It is a benefit of us human, to make this contact, to feel the nature, to feel all these green spaces. So we need to take care about that. We need to educate our students. And here in IIU, we are really doing that. And Mina is making this big project. And if we ask somebody, what is the reason for have the forest? We can say they provide a work for all our work. Somebody needs to take care about the forest. Also, improve your health, improve your mental health. If we talk about the climate changes, it is regulating the temperature, it is combating the climate change. And if we want to say in few words, it is making our world a better place. And all of us want our world like a better place. So if we drink water, if we something do, if we take medicine, if we build a house, if we make something, we always make connection with the forest. So forests are playing a crucial role in this poverty, in the achievement of all sustainable development goals, ecological, economic, social, health. That is all meaning. So that is the reason why this year we have forests and the health, forests and the health. And we really need to think about that. If we cut one forest, we need to plant, I can say we need to plant 50 forests. That is the meaning. So take this opportunity and plant your own tree with your name in the e-village. So it will be in the history. And I see here our great Jorge will say from Brazil, yes, IAU here in India has my plant. And one day you will see if you, your child, your next generation will have that plant. So thank you so much for this invitation. And let's continue with the celebration with all this great educators, great speakers, great researchers all around the globe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Nada. Excellent speech. Thank you. Our dear co-founder of Europe here with us. It's a really pleasure and honor. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Superb words. And indeed, the nature is the subject, the inspiration of so many poets. They sing the beautiful of nature in them poems. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Now, if we talk about Croatia, yes, we have another Croatian great teacher, our dear Zelika Jovanovic. Zelika is teacher in elementary school Daj, teaching history and Croatian language, working in a school for 20 years. And she is also IAU ambassador, country director of the Olympia ambassador, weekly community leader, and keynote speaker of many international conferences. Welcome, dear Zelika. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, dear Armina. Thank you for this great opportunity to be on this conference. Can I share my screen, please?
Sure, you can.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to talk about our project that we do in our school. Plant the tree, don't be a stem. So what about the forest? We can say it will be a green factories for us. Forests are often fondly called green factories because they are producing clean, purified water, prevent soil erosion, and regulate the climate. In addition, the biodiversity conservation areas because they provide habitats for different plants and animals. So they also play a key role in our economy, culture, tradition, and history, and if managed effectively, are a source of renewable and recyclable products such as wood and paper. The forests and forest land in Croatia cover about 47% of the land area. Oak, beech, hornbeam, fir, spruce, holm, oak, and pine are just some of the species that make our forests from the east of the far south so diverse. However, forests are globally threatened today due to poor management. Fires disrupt water regime, bacteria, fungi, air, soil, and water pollution, acid rain. More than half of the world's original forests have already disappeared. Most of what survives is found in North America, Russia, and Brazil. Globally, forests lose continents due to climate change. We lose a staggering about 13 million hectares of forest every year, an area larger than Greece. Protecting forests is essential for both the survival of the planet and our future. So here is what you can do to protect them. We also ask the student what you can to protect the forests. So the paperless, with the advancement of technology, is it possible to replace all tight pile of paper that accumulate in your office or home, in the office, at home, at bank, give priority to electronic documents and invoices and sending emails instead of faxes or mail. Give a preference to ebook. Also, any book lovers heart will age at these suggestions because digital books create less demand for paper. There are also more conventions because you can have the entire library on one device, and thanks to the e-reader, you can read them even in dark, in like books printed on paper. Print smart and recycle all paper materials. That's the other ways. So choose recycled paper products, everything from recycled office supplies to recycled toilet paper and available at your local grocery store. By choosing recycled paper products, you save trees. Every 50 trees saved help absorb 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere every year. Buy the products with the FSC logo. Plant the tree. Does this need to be emphasis at all? For every tree cut down at the last, one tree must be planted, and the same applies to every tree lost at forest fire. Eat green as often as possible. Support the work of environmental organization and spread the word. Raising awareness about responsible behavior is a simple yet important thing you can do. Whether it's your children, friends, or colleagues, the more people who become aware of what they can do to prevent deforestations, the better. So share this post on social media, watch a documentary, or organize a walk in the neighborhood forest with family and friends. So that's all this stuff my students do. And after that, we made a volunteering club. It's called Dvorište. So we plant the trees in our environment. This project is for students to teach them how to protect the environment and keep earth clean. We made activities about plant trees in yard of our school. So the students plant trees as a volunteering club. The name of our club was Dvorište. It is an acronym. And these activities made our students better people, and after that we're very happy because they do something good for
My dear
Earth.
Zelika, sorry, your slides not move if you can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I know you work and you prepare something beautiful and.
Okay, I will share again. Just a
Thank
minute. Do you see now?
Perfect. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, thank you. So this is our volunteer club. Our students plant the trees in our backyard from school. Sorry, I don't know what was happened. I couldn't move. Okay, this is the one, another picture. And our activities are used for teaching our students how to keep blue planet Earth make much more healthy for living. The mission of our students were to make positive messages for everyone for Day of the Planet Earth. So our volunteering club is still working and we made activities in curriculum of our classes. Every class has some mission. For my class, the mission is keep clean the environment of the river Danube. And we made some posters and this project for the Day of the Planet Earth. I always, with my students, use the SDG Sustainable for keep our environment clean and keep the earth clean as Blue Planet. So that's all for me. Thank you for your attention and listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear Zezika. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful presentation, extraordinary. And I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. A great teacher with us. Thank you. Thank you. And now I want to invite Esther Mala. Hope you are here, Esther. Ambassador Esther Mala from Malaysia, soft skill trainer, international inspirational speaker award winner, international soft skill trainer, Toastmaster Education in Macedonia Golden Award winner 2022, and parenting coach, child and youth development coach, international peace ambassador, and accountant UK, and IT engineer UK. Welcome, dear Esther.
Thank you, Ermina.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this wonderful conference. I would like to share the screen. Is it okay?
Sure. Yes, visible.
Visible. You can see the whole screen?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Now perfect.
Yes. Okay. Today we are celebrating a wonderful day, as everybody mentioned, International Forest Day, and I'll be speaking about forest and water. Forest, why the forest and the water are essential for human life? It provides the wide range of resources for food, fuel, medicine, building materials, habitat for wildlife, global climate regulation, and home to many cultures and communities. It's also a good, clean, provides source of clean water, soil, helping to protect us from floods, droughts, and other extreme weather. It's also a source of oxygen because it plays major role in a carbon cycle and climate regulation and absorption of carbon dioxide, a major contributor to global warming and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. It helps to maintain the balance of gases in the atmosphere and maintains balance in nature. Now about water. Water is equally important as forests, providing us drinking water, irrigation, for food production, industrial and domestic uses. Water is essential for food production, growth of crops, livestock, and functioning of industrial processes. Water is necessary for domestic use, drinking, washing, flushing toilets, and many other things. Watering plants, clean, safe water is essential for good health, and it's a basic human right to have clean water. Water is also essential for maintaining the balance of ecosystem and sustaining healthy environment. Conserving forests and water is essential for maintaining the health and well-being of people and the environment. I will be sharing about the activities which will destroy the forest and its effect on human life. First, clearing of forests for agricultural activities. By clearing this, deforestation, cutting down the trees, burning them, using the land for cultivating crops of livestock will be decreasing. Deforestation leads to decrease in availability of fresh water, soil, loss of biodiversity, and disruption of local weather patterns. Logging. Logging activity is extraction of wood from forests for purpose of producing timber for commercial purposes. This activity leads to destruction of habitats, reduce availability of water, and leads to soil erosion. Urbanization is another reason. Process of buildings, high-rise buildings in urban areas, it requires to use the land, which often obtained by clearing forests. Urbanization leads to decrease in biodiversity, disruption of local weather patterns, and increase in air and water pollution. Another very serious problem caused to the nature is by mining. Mining is extracting minerals from the soil, from the ground, and therefore the forests are cleared. By clearing the forest, it reduces the air and water quality, soil erosion, and disruption to local weather patterns. This affects human activities, human life, including reducing excess of fresh water, increase air and water pollution, decrease biodiversity, disruption of local weather patterns, and soil erosion again. Decreases availability of timber and other forest products. It also decreases the amount of land available for recreation and tourists and water source contaminated by toxic water waste and affects the human and aquatic life. This also affects the air pollution, can also lead to deforestation, damaging trees and other plants. Deforestation can lead to decrease in availability of timber and forest products, decrease in amount of land available, again, for recreation, and decrease in biodiversity. Activities which is detrimental, which affects the water, which is detrimental to human life is agricultural runoff. Agricultural runoff and fertilizer runoff are the major source of water pollution. Fertilizers runoff like pesticides, animal waste, and other chemical use in farming can contaminate water resources, causing algal bloom, which contaminates the water and depletes the oxygen level, causing marine lives to die off and harmful impact to human health because the water is contaminated. Industrial waste can also contaminate because it contains varieties of heavy metals to the chemical byproducts. It contaminates water sources. Sewage, major source problem, major source of water pollution as it carries bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens which leads to waterborne disease such as diarrhea, skin irritation, infection, cholera, and other disease which can be fatal. Oil spills contaminates water sources, causing harm to human and aquatic life. The toxins in the oil spills kills the marine life and causes lack of oxygen supply. This also contaminates water source for human because of the toxic waste contaminating bodies of water or water reserve and causing disease. Mining, as I mentioned in the forest, it also releases toxic substance to the nearby water source, leading to contamination. This can lead to health problems for human as well as harm the aquatic life. Pesticides and herbicides, which is used on crops and in other areas to kill insects and weeds, are also another threat. These chemicals can make their way into water source and contaminate them, lead to health issues for humans who ingest the water. In conclusion, forests and water are essential for human life and environment, and their conservation should be priority for everyone. Therefore, it is important to take measures to protect forests and clean and conserve water. This can be done through reducing emission, reducing deforestation, using sustainable agricultural practice, and promoting reforestation. In additional, government should be investing in conservation and restoration efforts and promote sustainable development. We also need to educate our young generations in school, starting from primary school itself. Educate them, encourage them to be in harmony with nature and plants so that they can appreciate it, and teach them more about it in our school. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Esther. Thank you. Extraordinary presentation, extraordinary, very well structured and so beautiful information. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your work is wonderful. You have all my admiration always. Thank you, my dear Esther. Thank you. Here with us from Malaysia. Thank you. Now, I want to invite you to see recording from PhD Professor Dayton Ribeira, Brazil, from Brasilia. He is university professor, but he can be today with us because of his program. And but he sent us a recording, and I appreciate so much his work. Let's see the video.
And Mina, we don't hear him.
In maintaining human health, forests
Yes.
provide a range of benefits to our physical and mental well-being, including clean air, water, and soil. Additionally, they offer playing opportunities, stress reduction, and natural medicines. One of the most significant health benefits of forests is their ability to purify the air that we breathe. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and other pollutants from the atmosphere, reducing the amount of harmful particles that we inhale. Spending time in forests has also been likened to reducing stress and anxiety levels. Research has shown that exposure to nature can lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. Thus, being in nature has been likened to improved mood and increased happiness. Despite their importance to human health, forests around the world are facing significant threats, including deforestation, climate change, and degradation. These threats not only impact the ecological value of forests, but also have negative consequences for human health. To protect our health and the health of our planet, it is crucial to prioritize the conservation and preservation of forests. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Dayton, extraordinary, extraordinary. I appreciate so much. Even you couldn't be with us. You send this recording, and you are effectively with us today, and it's so important. Thank you so much, Professor Dayton from Brazil. Before I call respected Professor Jorge from Peru, I want to read the name of the donors from Life Forest to send them all our appreciation and our respect. Sirpush Pandit, who donate for 1,000 trees. Miss Andrew Pandit, James Kartikay Pandit, Dr. Roshni Lal, Mr. Vijandra Lal, and Kartikay Pandit, I say one, Stephen V, Masuda Yasmin, Ayan Hossain, Alana Hossain, Lata Pontis, Prakash Pontis, Sumeda Kadam, Sana Kadam, Professor Charles Eboria, Prem Adesh Lekhi, Nada Ratkovic, Depshika Patak, Darpan Patak, Dr. Pallavi Divedi, Advikat Divedi, Mitlesh Divedi, Uma Shankar Divedi, Dr. Dipti Rajiotia, Sanjeta Mukherjee, Dr. Bhavana Gupta, Sima Kusaf, Manat Mankulaneja, Dr. Inga Karlicheva, Prisha, Parana Auke, Rizalina Calderon, Rania Lampu, Daniel Alex Milenkovic, Kushubo Kumari, Araf Sharma, Miban Rati, Dr. Hemlata Mahavar, Dr. Mavar, Mr. Manuj, Mr. Madhva, Pari Malu, Sonal Mutagoti, Adarsh Jha, Aditi Jha, Dr. Amber, Princess Franca Okije Mudia, Galsham Jha, Suda Jha, Dihorane Manuța, Marinta Badați, Vera Girolaski, Toder Alemannuța, Lari Paledoze, Stankovic Adela. Let's see the donors for 2023. Alemannuța Lihor, again, Manat Pancularneja, Mrs. Simanil Ingrole, Mr. Anil Dashat Ingrole, Mrs. Asvari Anil Ingrole, Shrutika Svadka Bishi, Remankat Damodar Gund, Shemrati Rajari Ramkat, Gund, Mr. Anasheb Atane, Mayat Panosh Patil, Namdeo Ramchandra Chavan, Mr. Jairashi Namdeo Chavan, Somesh Srirav Kurav, Om Raul Patil, Mohamed Kair bin Ahmad, Arjun Singh, Gometoash Bubal Tapkire, Arti Gomtevash Tapkire, Sanil Marangudar, Getanajar Sunil, Ashu Takore, Liak Slavatasi, Avinash Ranga Romane, Patricia Gonde, Simona Rădulescu. Thank you, all of you, for your donation, and you all, you make this dream to become true. It's a great honor to have you with us in this big project. It's so important for us. Please, now, Professor Jorge, if you are there, I am happy to introduce you. Soon you will see, after the speech of Professor Jorge, the video with the poster of donors. He is Dean of the Faculty of Law, Windsor University, Nigeria, honorary doctorate in international law from the University of Windsor, Nigeria, legal consultant, lawyer by Catholic University of Santa Maria, doctorate in law and administration from Federico Villarreal National University, president of the Interdisciplinary School of Fundamental Rights Prominencia. Welcome, Professor Jorge from Peru.
Thank you very much, President Doctor. Very honored and grateful to the International Internship University and the Dr. Ermina Braescu. In this opportunity, we talk about the analysis of the state of the world's forest. The celebration of the International Day of Forests should lead to a profound reflection on the motives and to what extent it's actually feasible to justify or not a celebration. In this sense, it is worth covering our assessment that is to basically analyze to key points of the state of the world's forests 2022 report. Thus, a new global report brings to light disturbing aesthetics of the state of the forest and presents a numerical argument that underlines that central role for an inclusive, resilient, and sustainable global economic. Forests not only counter to challenge posed by climate change and human vulnerability to disease, they also harbor biodiversity and generate income while in changes green food systems and value change. Some estimates indicate that more than half of the world's gross domestic product, for example, 84.4 trillion on 2020 depends of ecosystem service such and thus provided by forests, according to the State of the World's Forests 2022 report recently launched by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations FAO to coincide with the World Forest Congress in the Seoul, Korean recently. A hybrid to the late of that in the details, a course of action providing a financial roadmap of police makers and the private sector should follow. Sometimes what has long been promoted by the Center for International Forestry Research and the International Center for Research of Agroforestry. The important thing now is implementation. Despite much talk, the goal seems beyond our reach. We need there's a primer contaminants to become relied a reality why specific guidance for governments and companies. Forests make up more than 31% of the Earth's land surface, covering more than 4 billion hectares, but this area is scattering as at least 420 million hectares have been deforested since 1990, and although deforestation rates less 19% of which are caused by agricultural expansion, have declined. 10 million hectares are still being cleaning every year, according to the report, which is publishing every 2 years by FAO, basic on the agency's latest figures and research on global forest trends. Stopping deforestation is potentially one of the most efficient activities to mitigate climate change and prevent average global temperatures from increasing by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial times. Ending deforestation, a commitment made in a several not blending agreements over the years, and most recent at the COP26 climate talks in Glasgow, would be an efficient way to avoid planet warming greenhouse has emission, including, as the report points out, 14% of the amount required by 2030 to stay below 1.5 degrees Celsius. Watching in the sun slide of the clock, it's time gas by the terrifically climate change is here, and we have a front row seat to watch in unfold. We have a woman elsewhere that the 1987 Montreal Protocol, the most successful environmental 30, which banned the production chlorocarbons, should be used as a model. The disagreement established a binding timetable for facing all major ozone depleting substance and provides financial support for countries of the southern hemisphere. Although the third reaction, we quiet contrary companies soon develop alternatives to the harm chemicals. Finally, they remain in this range as recommended by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and detailed in the Paris Agreement. Human activities must become carbon neutral by 2050. And activity global direct emission for biomass loss are avoided and the carbon absorption capacity of the forest is maintained. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Professor Jorge. Very informative, very informative. Thank you, an informative speech and so encouraging for us. Your work is great and I respect always when I see your results. Great, great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now let's see, we are with step by step near to the end of the session. Let's see the video with the posters, with the people who donate for Life Forest. Life Forest will become reality in a village, Kunda, Uttar Pradesh. In 22 April will be a huge event, and in same day will be, and let's plant, let's make a big action, let's maybe a team, let's make something for our planet. Let's see the video. Congratulations to all. You can see all the posters.
Yes.
Yes. We have the people who donated in 2022 and people who donated in 2023. The project will continue. We have several stages. And Life Forest will become a reality because of you all. We wait you with a donation only of €4 and a tree from Life Forest will bear your name. And why not? All a tree have a story. Every tree have a story. You can have your story. We have people from all around the world, from Asia, from America, from Europe, from Australia. Today we celebrate all on the International Day of Forests. Congratulations to all. Thank you for the contribution. We have the World Heritage Celebration in 20 April. We announced the plan around the world land. And the Olympiad of Climate Action, we wait you all. We wait you all to be with us in this action. IIU behind all project is a big team, is a team who work hard. We support each other and we are there for each other. Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you to the IIU team. Thank you to the people present in the live chat with us. And last but not least, thank you to all speakers for their wonderful, encouraging presentation and speeches. Thank you, Sirpush Pandit, for this great platform, your involvement and your support. Now is the time for us to realize that the earth is unique and we do not have a second option. Respectively, we are obligated to each other and to all future generations to take care of our planet, to manage their natural resources, responsibility without depleting them, to protect their forest resources, because it's so important The forest once destroyed by disturbance caused by unskillful human intervention can hardly be restored. The forest vegetation has to cross again the road of millennia to fight for years and years with erosion to regain the lost pollution. Healing the ones caused by us, human beings, or the other causes can be done by deforestation, but unfortunately, the original ambience of the forest is difficult to restore them, and moreover take years. But we have to fight, not to give up. Plant life. Life forest will become a reality on 22 April in a village Kudar, Uttar Pradesh. Thank you. Why IIU Life Forest? Because life means love. It means dedication, energy, purity. It means everything. And this forest will be in Kunda, Uttar Pradesh. Not forget, before I will welcome our Vice Chancellor to say his vote of thanks. IIU is the change. IIU brings the change. IIU is the revolution. Welcome again, our great Vice Chancellor. Please offer us your vote of thanks for this great day, this great of celebration of forest, of nature, of life on earth.
Yes, we need to thank God, our admirable Ambassador Amina. I need to thank God for you, the president of the Women Council, and then the Romania president, director. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your doings. And I know that the grace of God will come to rest upon you so that you actualize the dream of your call. I thank God for IIU, our able and amiable educationalist, visionary, founder, who have been trying. And I know the grace of God will come to rest upon him. We are here to accompany the vision for him. And we are also here to help out. And we will do our best to the glory of God. I appreciate all what you have been doing, assisting. And I appreciate all our amiable speakers, all the well-wishers. And I pray that God will come to empower every one of you and bless every one of you. As we all know, that education is key. We are bringing this into consideration, into our awareness, so as to move the action plan of SDG. And we thank God for IIU who have been doing it. Our amiable founder told us, and he continues to say it, that education should reach every learners across the globe. And no child should be deprived of education. Together we can, and we will ensure quality education for children across the globe. Today, we are celebrating the International Day of Forests all over the world. And we have concluded now that more trees should be planted to increase the forest cover. That trees should be selected according to the geographical condition of a particular region, and proper care should be taken during the growth of trees. Trees plays a very vital role in our life, in our health, in our job, in our being. And we pray that we all unite ourselves together when we have a good health, better health. We are connected. These trees help a lot. And IIU have been doing a great thing. I have a village for IIU, which every one of us are called to play our parts. Some of us have done, we will still do more. And people that have not also donate, do more and have your own tree, so that every one of us will be happy, so that we have a part to do in the development of humanity. We pray that God is going to expand our scope, our knowledge, our education, everything about us, so that as He's inspiring us, we will also inspire others. And we pray that God will going to strengthen every one of us. Thank you for all the listeners. Thank you, our able Sir Piyush Pandit. Thank you, our trustee. Thank you, our founders, our co-founders. Thank you for all the members of IIU co-teams. God will come to strengthen us. We're going to work together so that development will take place in IIU. all our our colleagues, all those our well-wishers. We also pray that God will strengthen every one of us. Thank you very much. Thank you, our able Dr. Amina, for this opportunity. We pray that God will going to strengthen every one of us. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you so much. So beautiful words. You empower us all. You are a role model for us, a great vice chancellor, a great leader with a great mind and a great heart. Thank you so much. Honored to have you today, Sir Charles, our great vice chancellor. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a great day. God bless you all. God be with us.
Bye, Ermina. Thank you so much. Professor Nada, Professor Dr. Charles.
Bye.
So nice session we
Yeah,
had today.
thank you.